Hi boys and girls, and welcome to phonics. So we're going to start our phonics by reading the phonemes that we already know. So we're going to recap them. So I'm going to show you the grapheme and then I want you to read them aloud. Are you ready? Let's go. Ow. A. I. E. U. O. Oi. W. E. U. O. O. Oh, remember this is a split digraph. They're too noisy, wasn't they? So they had to be split up with another letter. This is a A. Well done. E. U. I. O. Fantastic. Well done. Okay, boys and girls, so you've just recapped all your first 5 phonemes, so well done. I'm sure you were super at that. It's a good job. Right, okay, so today's job, our first job, is we're going to have a look at reading some tricky words. We need to practice reading some tricky words. So I'm going to put them on screen for you to pause and have a look at and see if you can read. Okay, so that's our first job. So are we ready? Okay, so we've got the word some. We've got the word come, we've got the word where, and the word who. Okay, so I want you to pause the video just for a couple of minutes and practice reading these tricky words. I'm sure you probably know them and are super at them, but I just want you to do that for 2 minutes for our first job. See if you can put them in sentences and read them to a grown-up, or read them to a teddy bear, or just read them out loud to yourself. So that's your first job, is to pause and read these 4 tricky words. Okay, so when you've done that and you've practiced reading them and put them in sentences, our next job is we're going to have a look at some alternative spellings for another phoneme. Okay, so for another sound. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to write out some words and I want you to read them. We'll read them together. And then we're going to work out what do each phoneme contain. What sounds can you hear in each of the words, okay? Right, so let's have a look at one of them. So this is our first one, nice and easy. You should all know this. You might not even need to blend this one. This one is cat. Okay, so our first word is cat. Okay, let's try another one. The one underneath. This one is lick. Lick. So we've got cat, lick. Let's try another one. You might already start to hear the same phoneme in both them words, but let's try another one. So this one is kit. Kit. Okay. Let's try one up here. I won't rub these out so you can see them all. Okay. What about this one over here? Box. Box. So we've got cat, lick, kit, box. Okay, let's try another one. You might be able to spot it now. You might start to hear the same phoneme, the same sound in each one of these words. What about this one? School. School. Okay. Let's try another one. And then this last one, fox. Fox. So let's read them all and see if we can spot the phoneme that we can hear. So we've got cat, lick, kit, fox, school, and box. Can anyone think of what the phoneme, the sound that they can hear that's in each one of these words? I think I can hear the k phoneme in each of these words. K. Even in these ones, even though there's different spellings, I can still hear the k phoneme. Should we see? So I've got cat, lick, kit, fox, school, and box. But even though we don't spell it, it does sound. We can hear that phoneme, the k, because when we say box, if we break it down, if we segment it, we might spell it with the k, because you might hear it. Shall we see? B-O-X. So you could, if you wanted to, but I know you guys don't need to spell it like that, because you know it's a x. If we were to segment it and blend it, we could say B-O-X. So we're still hearing that k phoneme, but we know the x is a crisscross, it's a x, isn't it? The proper letter name is an x. So that's our job today, is to have a look at these, okay? And we're going to have I want you to have a practice again underneath, but I want you to read it underneath, and I want you to draw the sound buttons and highlight the letter that makes the k phoneme in each word. So you can do your sound buttons, and then I want you to underline where you can hear the k phoneme in each one of these words. That's your first job. So you use your practice words below and print them off, or like I say, write them out, and then I want you to put your sound buttons on them and underline each one of the k phoneme in each of these words, okay? So that's your first job. So we looked at this one already. So you know the x sound has a k in it, so we can do our sound buttons, but we also know the x sound, the x grapheme, the sound is similar to a k and a s, but we know it's not. We know it's the x, but we need to underline that to say that's where I can hear the sound. So it's all about what you can hear when you're reading it out. So you need to read them out loud to yourself. Okay, you can read them to a grown-up if you have got a grown-up. So that's your first job, your practice, is to underline where you can hear that k phoneme. Then you're going to have a go at some sentences and read them in sentences. And again, you can highlight where you might hear that k phoneme. But like I said, the grapheme, the spelling might be different to how we say it or how we hear it. Okay, so you practice with the words, you apply it in some sentences, and then you can do that extra activity at the bottom. And I will put phonics player for you to practice with your reading your tricky words and first tricky words that we read. That's some, come, where, and who. So you can do that first when you're practicing reading your tricky words, or you can do it at the end again for another extra practice, and then you've got that extra activity. And I will see you tomorrow.